This is the 2026 Honda Civic Sport. Is it the right compact sedan for you? Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. We're back at Holmes Honda today to go over the 26 version of the Civic Sport and give you all the details. If you want to know more about this particular model, check out the link in the description of the video. And one thing that a lot of people talk about in the comment section on the videos about the Civic is it really a compact or is it a mid-size sedan? Well, according to Honda, it's a compact. I know it's larger than it was in years gone by. So that's what's going to lead a lot of people to say, no, I think it's a mid-size sedan. All of Honda's literature on the Civic refers to it as being a compact sedan, so we're going to stick with that. We're going to have our LED daytime running lights here on the front end, a nice, modern, and sporty look. Meteorite gray metallic is the exterior color with a black interior. And we're going to have a lot of matte black and matte gray here on the front end, matte gray in this area. That's good because it won't show damage from rocks and things like that that will come up and hit the front end when driving down the road. That's always a good thing. LED daytime running lights will have your LED turn signal indicators, your nice bright LED headlights as well. The Civic only available in front wheel drive, 18-inch wheels in this particular case with a gloss black finish, and a couple of things that are missing from our side view mirrors, turn signal indicators, and they are manually folding as opposed to power folding, but everything else is here. They're going to be power adjustable, heated, and blind spot monitoring is built in. And we'll take a quick look from this angle as I find the remote in my pocket. Get a little time like that. In fact, we'll go this way so you can see the remote. Lock, unlock, and you're gonna have remote start and your panic button right there. Gonna have the shark fin antenna in the body color right there, and some gloss black with our logos back here with the Civic logo and the Sport logo. However, the Honda logo is in chrome. What is your preference where that is concerned? Also, something else I'm curious to receive your feedback on. We have the single exhaust pipe back here. Would you rather see one on each side to balance things out, or does it not make any difference at all? As of 2025, if you go with the naturally aspirated 2-liter direct injection 4-cylinder engine, you're looking at 150 horsepower and 133 pounds-feet of torque, mated to a CVT. If you own a 25 model, or maybe you already bought a 26, just like this one, what do you think about that? Do you find that it's underpowered, or do you find that it does just fine when getting down the road and taking care of what you need it to do when it comes to getting up to speed? How about your MPGs? We're looking at 31 city, 39 highway, 34 combined, and 2.9 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. And for those that are curious, the 0 to 60 comes in about 8.9 seconds. Top speed is 114 miles per hour. The gas tank size comes in at 12.4 gallons. You can drive 384 miles in the city on a single tank of gas, 483 miles out on the highway. Obviously, those numbers are not guaranteed, but those are the potentials depending on quite a few different variables. The Civic sedan offers 14.8 cubic feet of cargo space. You can lower the seat backs to help out maximizing that space. You pull on the releases right here to lower those seat backs down. And something that I know will make a lot of people very happy is the presence of a spare tire. You have all of the tools necessary to change the tire if you need to. And there's a reasonable amount of space with the armrest, although I would like to see this area, instead of having an angle to it, be completely flat. But based on the design of the door bin, that's why it's the way that it is. It is a comfortable armrest with some padding in this area. There's your door bin that offers some space for storage. And we'll find no rear seat pockets on the back of each seat on the Sport trim level. You will also not find air conditioning vents or USB connectivity, but you will find a fold-down armrest with cup holders built in. Overall, for being a smaller sedan as it is, there is a reasonable amount of space for your second row passengers. The sticker price is $27,745. Let's see what else you get for that price. We're going to go right here and take a look at the glove box. Plenty of room within that area. Now, the driver and the passenger seats are both manually adjustable. You do have the cloth interior, as you can see. The difference between the seats is that the driver's seat can raise and lower. That's going to be the difference when it comes to one side to the other. And we'll find all of our controls here for our power adjustable side view mirrors, power locks, power window locks, and here you can use the one touch down, one touch up feature for your front windows. You'll have to hold the buttons down for your rear windows. You can see some of our other features here, such as traction control. You have the tilt and telescopically adjustable steering wheel. You drop the lever right there to handle that. Here are your steering wheel mounted controls, including adaptive cruise control. That's part of Honda Sensing that is going to be standard across all trim levels of the Civic. That's adaptive cruise control, collision mitigation braking, lane keeping assist, road departure mitigation, and traffic jam assist. You have your driver's display that is very easy to deal with, and when you need to, you can push the home button right there. Depending on what you need to know about, you can use that scroll wheel that was right next to the home button. You can push that to go into the different menus. If we need to go out of that, we can. We can hit the home button again and come back to this screen and scroll through everything that is here. I'm not going to go into great detail about all of that, but that is the situation. And with our upper console, there isn't really much to talk about up here, but there it is for those who might want to know. We have the 7-inch touchscreen. Now that flickering effect that you see is not really happening. It's only happening through the lens of my camera. We have the knob right here for controlling the radio, turning on and off, and adjusting the volume, and what you're listening to right here. A pretty simple system to use between the 7-inch screen and the 9-inch that you can have on other trim levels beyond the Sport trim level. Both are very simple to use. This one just is a little bit more simplified. You can still connect your smartphone and do all that good stuff. You also have your multi-view rear view camera with 3 different views and your trajectory lines that are nice and bright. A lot of advantages to that. And then you can see some of our other one-touch buttons right there. Now, in this particular case, we're going to have single-zone climate control. I don't think that's a big deal in an interior of this size. We're going to find some USB connectivity and a 12-volt power outlet. A little bit of storage space in front of the shifter. No wireless charging pad in this case. You do have your conventional style shifter, and we have multiple driving modes. We can use our drive mode selector to go through those. Now, you're going to start with normal. Going to go to Econ, and then we go all the way back up here to the top. That's going to be Sport mode. The one thing I do wish Honda would change where this is concerned, and a lot of automakers for that matter, is when you turn the ignition off, if say you're in Econ mode or Sport mode, when you turn the ignition off and then turn it back on, it automatically goes back to normal every single time. If you were in one other mode besides normal, such as Econ or Sport, I think it should stay there. Tell me what you think, and tell Honda what you think about that down in the comments section. There is the button to turn the auto stop start feature on or off, or idle stop as Honda calls it. Power parking brake hold mode. You're going to have your cup holders, and the center console offers a reasonable amount of space. That tray right there is removable, and you can put it in that front or rear section. Driving the Civic is an enjoyable experience. While it may not be the smoothest riding vehicle on the road, it still does a nice job of soaking up the bumps. It's not too bad, and I find that the cloth interior is comfortable. Now, I'm cruising along at 55 miles an hour right now. Go from normal into Sport mode, and you can notice a little bit of a difference as far as the engine and how it acts when you go from normal mode to Sport mode. So if you need that extra oomph to get up to speed, maybe merge into faster moving traffic out on the interstate or get around a slower moving vehicle, or if you just want to go out and have a spirited drive outside the city limits on the roads with all the curves and twists and all that good stuff, well, drive in Sport mode. It will make the best difference possible. But for some people, I know they're going to say, you know what, Tom, I don't need a lot of horsepower. 150 horsepower works for me. Tell me what your thoughts are where that's concerned. It's always interesting to see what different people have to say. Everything is easy to get to. That's something I like. Very easy interior to deal with. It's not overloaded with too much. That helps. So the more simplistic of the 2 different screens, as we talked about earlier, that are available across different trim levels. Now, I have a slower moving vehicle in front of me right here that's not quite doing the speed limit. So we're going to get up to speed and Definitely hear the engine a little bit. Now, keep in mind, while you can hear some road noise from the tires and hear the engine and all that stuff, I have the fan speed on low, no music playing, nothing like that to drown any of that out. So it actually does make it sound a little bit worse than it really is. Plus, my microphone tends to pick things up and amplify things a little bit and make it sound a little worse than it is. That's why it's so important that you get into these vehicles and drive them for yourselves, and then you can really make your own decision on what you think is acceptable and what is not based on your expectations. I know everybody has their different preferences. Easy to see out of, I like that. But in addition to the fact that it's easy to see out of this Civic, you also have all of those great safety features such as Honda sensing, your blind spot monitoring built into your side view mirrors, great handling characteristics. That's one thing I have loved about this 11th generation of the Civic since the first time I drove one a couple of years ago, is that it has wonderful handling characteristics. It feels like it's just sucking itself to the ground and holding on. And so it's very enjoyable to drive. Very adjustable driver's seat. That's a good thing as far as the positioning goes. And the steering wheel being adjustable as it is, tilt and telescopically adjustable, that helps too. But it also helps to have some of you tell us down in the comments section, maybe you're in excess of 6 feet tall, maybe you're down around 5 feet tall, whatever the case is. Tell us what your experience has been as far as driving this 11th generation Civic and how comfortable you are in the driver's seat. And there it is, the 2026 Honda Civic Sedan Sport. Is it the right compact sedan for you? Tell me down in the comments section. And obviously there are other trim levels depending on what you want. You can step up in trim level depending on what you want to spend. It just depends on your situation. But tell me what your thoughts are. I'm always curious to know. And I know a lot of you ask for me to make videos on lower trim levels of every vehicle I show here on the Vehicle Visionary YouTube channel, so I always try to do that, and that's what we've done today. I'd like to say a special thanks to my friends at Holmes Honda for loaning me this Civic for the day so I could tell you all about it, and a special thanks to all of you for being kind enough to give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. That's very helpful to me. Please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos, and if you would, please share this video on your timelines on social media so other people can see it. If you would like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I will see you there.